What is up, guys? I'm Masego Thole and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to be talking about stress as a student. So this topic is very important to me. It is very close to my heart because I have encountered a lot of stress, and it is not just with myself. Many students that I speak with have encountered this at some point, and it's always something that we talk about. So this video is going to be about stress encountered by students from external parties. Most students will have experienced these questions at some point in their schooling career. So this is how it goes. What are you studying? What year are you in? Where are you studying? When are you finishing? Right. So I know those sound like very basic questions. Those are very basic questions. But for me as a student, it is a personal attack. You're attacking me. You asking me those questions is an attack. Especially when I was just minding my own business, going about my day, and you just come up with those questions. Oh, really? So you're not even going to ask me how I'm doing? No. It's straight to when are you finishing? I'm going to talk about some of my personal experiences. I've had people ask me, they ask me all the time, when am I finishing? And I always tell them, I'll let you know when I'm done. All right. And I don't know what it is about people thinking that they are so entitled to know so much when they never pick up the phone and ask you, hey, so how's studying going? I'm thinking about you. Hey, I'm praying about you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, hey, have you eaten? Something. I don't know. Ask me anything, but you always asking me when I'm finishing. You are putting so much stress onto my life, and it is very unnecessary. I have a lot of stress enough as it is. School is on my neck, all right? I am on my own neck. And it's not always just one person. That's the thing. That's what makes it so annoying and so unbearable. Because if it was just with one person, it would just be with that one person. But it is with almost everybody you come across. I actually know someone who panics every time they have to go, for a family function where there's a lot of relatives around. They panic. They often don't even go because they know that they will be faced with all these unnecessary questions. And they are honestly unnecessary. Okay. So you asking me all these questions, you feel that, I don't know, even what are you feeling? What makes you think that you can just, ask me such intimate questions? Those are very, very personal questions. And so this one person that I know, her family members are not supportive at all. And when I say family members, I don't mean immediate. I'm talking about relatives, right? So they even asked her, why don't you drop out of school? Because clearly school is not for you. Okay. Rude. So is that why you're asking me when I'm finishing? Because I've always wondered, how exactly do you benefit from knowing my journey, right? Because there's nothing to it. Like, you ask me, when are you finishing? I let you know. Okay, bye. So what was the point of the question? If you're not going to provide any sort of advice or, just bettering my situation, just a little bit, something. If you're not going to do anything, then what is the point of you asking me? I remember telling this to my friends and they laugh all the time. So I've adapted, I'd say a defense mechanism, a way of protecting myself. Because oftentimes people who pressurize you into finishing school, and no offense, I know that we are all on our own journeys. That makes sense. Now, the very fact that I would never, ever, I don't even understand how people have the nerve to do this, the guts. What? So, I'd never walk up to someone and ask them, hey, so why aren't you taking your life seriously and go to school? What? Woo! That is hectic. That is hectic. I would never do that. I would never. Who would do that? Honestly, I don't know anyone who would ever do that, right? So for you to come up to me and tell me to what? Leave school because clearly it's hard for me. Excuse me, this is my journey. You've never for a single day paid my tuition fees. You've never for a single day, gave me some sort of money for, I don't know, lunch or something, or data or something. You've literally never done anything, not even pray for me. You've never sent me just even an SMS, something as simple as an SMS, and let me know some Bible scripture, some words of encouragement. You've never done that. All year round, you are quiet. I go through my exams, I go through everything, and only then, when it's year end, you are here. Or even face to face, you're asking me, hey, so when are you finishing? I don't understand that question. Like, what about finishing? Why are you so pressed with me finishing? What? You want me to give you money? Can we just stop stressing students out? Right. So I was just about to explain that the thing that my friends laugh at all the time. So anyone who asks me, and like I said, people who always ask me when I finish are always the people who've never been to school. 95% of the time, everyone who's asked me, hey, so yeah, what year are you in? When are you finishing? Every single one, 95%, I'd say, more or less, have not even been for higher education. And, can I just emphasize university? Because, as much as we tiptoe around it, guys, tax is lit. Guys, right? So if you have not went in to experience something, don't speak on it. If you don't know the struggle of being a student, don't tell me about being a student, right? Especially when you are trying to put me down. Now, there's something very different about you trying to encourage me, even if you haven't been, which I would love. You don't have to, have experienced something to encourage someone or, help them out on something. But putting them down when you don't even know, man, that's ballsy. That is very ballsy, right? And it's almost as if when you respond to that, you are being rude, you're being stuck up. Oh, so she went to tax. She's feeling herself. No, I'm not feeling myself. All right. People commit suicide, man. Right? Is that what you want? Is that actually what people want? You guys will be amazed at the number of, students who really take their own lives around exam time. The pressure is high, man. It's crazy. And for you to be there and to judge someone and not even, sympathize with them. I always ask this question. When someone asks me, when are you finishing? Literally, this is my response. When are you starting? Because actually, when are you starting? Because the day you start is the day you will realize that this is nothing to joke around with. Okay. You can't just come up to someone and tell them, hey, you've been in school for too long. How about you drop out? It's none of your business. If you are not paying for me, my own family does not pressurize me in any way. You know, I'm not even gonna say they don't pressurize me in the way that you do, because they don't pressurize me at all, because they understand. People who went to school understand the struggle. Okay, it is deep, it is hard, right? But at the end of the day, we get through it. That's if, they were strong enough to get through it. Sometimes it's so sad how even the parents did not even realize the amount of pressure they were in. They were being supportive, but it's all these external voices that keep, putting in words into their ears at how much they're not good enough, how not smart enough they are, when are they finishing, they've been in school for too long. Their parents don't even tell them those things. And those are the people who are there for them. They pay for them, they support them. And it's so sad when someone has committed suicide and you see the mom, man, crying her eyes out because she did not, it just doesn't make sense for her, Like, why didn't she come to me? The thing about when you are in trouble, the thing about when you are depressed and when you are anxious about something and you are feeling very down, you really do feel that you are alone. Okay. There may be, all these people on your corner, but it takes that one person to break you, man. And I'm speaking to that one person. What do you have to benefit from stressing someone out so much? How about you look at your own kids? How are you so concerned with someone else's child and them dropping out when you're not even encouraging your own kids to go to school? I'm just saying. It is very unfair and it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. Because you will find that oftentimes people stop going to family functions. They do, honestly. A lot of students that I know, they've stopped going to family functions because every time they go, it's always the same thing. I remember this one time, someone just called me, didn't even say hi, like didn't even greet me. They just called me like from far, you guys, like they were so adamant to call me. And I thought it was like something important, I went up there and like amongst a group of people that I don't even know, okay? And they were like, yeah, so when do you finish again? When do I finish what? School. When do you finish school? The shock. I was so shocked that day. I'm like, you too? Really? Because it makes me wonder, like, what do you think when you look at me? Because I'm just walking, guys. I'm just walking, just doing my own thing. Someone calls me from far just to ask me, when are you finishing? Is that how you start a conversation? You haven't seen me in years, man. You're not even gonna greet me. You're not gonna ask me how I'm doing. That is the first question. It's almost as if guys, it's almost as if people who are so pressed in knowing your life like that, I don't feel that they 100% have, your interest at heart. It makes me curious. What do you want from me? Seriously, what do you want? What is it that you want from me? Because after telling you, the conversation ends. There's nothing there. So why are you so concerned about my life? It is scary how concerned you are about my life. Okay? And I don't know. Sometimes I'm even very thankful. Sometimes just a little bit for those kinds of people because they let you know. Because, under normal, you wouldn't know who looks at you and thinks, hey, I wonder when she finishes. Right? But those people, I'm like, so it's you I'm worried about. Seriously, I'm worried about you. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly, speak to the student who is, these are like very hectic times. I keep emphasizing how 2020 is just weird, okay? And I'm sure by the end of the year, as much as things are happening the way that they're happening, someone is just gonna call you come December time and be like, hey, so yeah, how was the year for you? They never checked up on you, but they're gonna be there asking, even though they know how rough the year was. They didn't think of calling you throughout the roughness. They want to know, oh, did you overcome? How did it go? Right? So I just want to talk to you, the student who is stressed, the student who is anxious, not knowing how the year is going to end, the student who cries herself or himself to sleep every night because they are in panic, the student who feels that everything is just horrible, everything is terrible, nothing is good, nothing is ever going to be good. I want to speak to you, right? I want to let you know that I am thinking about you all the time, okay? I keep you and everyone like you in my prayers, okay? I want you to know that you've got this. I want you to do your best, and I want you to forget about the noise. There's going to be noise from people who aren't supposed to even be making any sound. I want you to disregard every negative comment that you hear, every negative text that you read. I want you to disregard every joke about the struggle that you're facing right now. I want you to remain focused. I want you to pray. And I want you to know that you've got this. Now, I want you to know that even if the year does not go the way you have planned it, it is not the end of the world. It is just another year, okay? The same way we got this year, we'll have next year as well. And if you are pressed on the fact that you have no funds, your bursary is going to drop you, listen, no money, no person, no qualification, nothing in this world is ever worth more than your life. Okay? Everything else can be acquired. If you don't get it this time, you'll get it next time. And that is a fact. That is a straight fact. But I just want you to know that not everything has to happen right now. We are working towards the best of our abilities, but that's just it. If it's the best that we gave, then it is good enough. I want you to know that it is good enough. You'll try again next time. It's really, there's no such thing. That's why I do not like to emphasize time very much. Because as much as we do want our goals, to be complete, but you need to pace yourself. Okay. You need to understand that just because you finished a year later, that does not disregard the fact that you achieved something. An achievement is an achievement regardless of when you have achieved it. Okay. I just want you to remember this. Write it up somewhere. Write some words of encouragement. At this point, I want you to take out a pen and a paper and write something to yourself that whenever you feel down, you look back at it and you remember me and remember that I am praying for you. Okay, really, you've got time. You are too young. You are way, way, way too young. You've got time. Right. And to you, external voice inside the little angel's ear, I want to say, keep quiet and live your own life. If you've got nothing positive, nothing nice to say to someone else, keep quiet. All right. Thank you.